His Excellency, the Prime Minister, Chief of Government, representing His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASO, Head of State, honorable members of government, distinguished personalities, honorable families of Thomas Sankara and his 12 companions, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to stand with you this afternoon on this very special date of May the 17th, 2025, for the official inaugural ceremony given to the Thomas Sankara and his 12 companions mausoleum here at the Thomas Sankara Memorial. My pleasure to sum up in a few words the first two speeches delivered at the introduction of the ceremony. In fact, we opened up enthusiastically with the welcoming address of Mr. Maurice Konate, High Commissioner of the province of Kadiogo, President of the Special Delegation of Ouagadougou. He underlined that it is with great joy and deep emotion that he took the floor on this historic day on behalf of the special delegation and on his own behalf to welcome all of you to Ouagadougou, capital of our beloved homeland, Burkina Faso. For him, your warm and numerous presence is a proof that our collective memory is alive and that history continues to bring us together. We are gathered here today to inaugurate the mausoleum of Thomas Sankara and his companions, a memorial to those who sacrificed their lives for the ideals of justice, dignity, sovereignty, and progress. He insisted that this mausoleum is much more than a monument. It's a symbol. It embodies the spirit of the August 1983 revolution. It reminds all of us of the unshakable commitment of President Thomas Sankara and his 12 companions who fell on October the 15th, 1987, and it calls on all of us to pursue the dream of a Burkina with integrity and standing. This project, supported by the nation's driving forces and carried by the will of the people, today finds its full meaning, that of doing justice to memory, educating generations, and promoting strong patriotic values. In this respect, he solemnly appealed to all of the inhabitants of Ouagadougou and to all the people of Burkina Faso and all visitors to make this place their own, to make it a place for meditation and reflection, but also a place for passing on our history and on our struggles. He wished on one hand that this mausoleum will live to the rhythm of memory, but also to the rhythm of life, exchanges, and cultural and civic sharing. On the other hand, he wishes that this ceremony will also be an opportunity for you to discover or to rediscover the human, artistic, and historical riches of our capital. Ladies and gentlemen, after this engaging and inspiring speech of Mr. Konate, we welcome on stage the President of Thomas Sankara Memorial International Committee, retired Colonel Major Daouda Traoré. He took the floor on behalf of the International Committee to welcome all the attendees and to salute the presence of their excellencies in this place charged with history and intense emotions. For him, this ceremony is a significant step forward in their mission to promote and to perpetuate the memory and ideals of our nation's proclaimed hero, Captain Thomas Sankara. Having allowed Thomas Sankara and his 12 companions to be buried on the very spot where they were savagely murdered on October 15, 1987, has made this great memorial project a tangible reality. And effectively, here we are before a mausoleum that rises proudly to the heavens who, he strongly believes, wanted it to be the work of the architect Diébedo Francis Kéré, our world-renowned and respected compatriot. Recognizing the merits of values of this exceptional man, President Sankara, means also giving wings to the ambitions of the nations. In a national and international context made more complex by terrorism, spawned by imperialism and neocolonialism, served by their local and henchmen and armchair slaves, His Excellency, the President of Faso, head of state, continues to forge ahead despite the obstacles, despite the lies, despite the betrayals, strong in popular support, convinced and determined to ensure the happiness of all citizens based on the general interest, the common good, and shared responsibility. He recalled the date of October 15, 2022, when His Excellency, the President of Faso, head of state, had just taken up his responsibilities to turn Burkina Faso's fortune around and didn't hesitate to come here to the memorial to receive the torch of the People's Democratic Revolution from the hands of the late President Pierre Ouédraogo. We were all convinced at the time that he was the heir, the relay, who could take over and continue the triumphal race towards the horizon of our happiness. From now on, certainly Thomas Sankara and his 12 companions will henceforth rest in these places of remembrance in dignity for prosperity, which will undoubtedly inspire Africans and citizens of the world. I thank you all for your kind attention.